We use language all the time when we're working with children. We focus what we're saying in a way that makes sense to them. We naturally emphasize key words or key phrases in all the work that we're doing with children. But when it comes to planning activities, whether it's flow in, flow out, or a set time activity, it's really important that as part of planning the activity, you think about the language. Your language is important to plan as well. Do you want to focus on a few key words or key phrases as part of your activity? Body boundaries. And if body boundaries is a key part of the activity that you're talking about, you will keep coming back to that phrase multiple times while you're doing that activity, and you will reinforce that language. Thinking carefully about how you can use language and selecting a range of formats to present, reinforce, and introduce language when delivering activities with children is essential. It can be as simple as deciding on just a few pieces of key vocabulary that you want to introduce and reinforce. For example, float, sink. Does it float? Is this one floating? Let's put it in and see if it floats. This one's sinking. I can see it's sinking to the bottom. You will use and emphasize the key vocabulary that you choose multiple times throughout your activity. You will ask questions, and in your activity plan, you will definitely want to identify the key vocabulary you're going to use, any key questions, whether it's open-ended, instructive questions, or suggestive questions. And these questions will help and support the children's thinking. When you're delivering activities for children, you will also think in terms of language in other ways that you can reinforce the language or the words that you've chosen. And this very much depends on the age group that you're working with. But for example, you can have a mini whiteboard next to the activity, or a whiteboard behind you, or a chalkboard. You can write the keywords just on a window or so, or on a door, or on a wall. You can have the keywords on cards. That not only is a sign for children that words carry meaning, print carries meaning, but it also is good for the adults that are delivering the session to remember this is the key vocabulary that we are using, and the key vocabulary that we're utilizing and focusing on and emphasizing as part of this activity that we're doing with children. So all of this that I've just said about language, you want to document that inside your activity plan. So when you're doing an activity, you have pre-identified the language, the open questions, etc., that you really want to focus on. Of course, it doesn't mean that when you're doing the activity, they're the only words you're allowed to use, but it helps focus your mind as the person that's delivering that activity. It means that you are coming to the activity with intentional thought and intentional planning in terms of how you're using language to support the activity that you're developing and delivering for the children.